What up, everybody? Top of the morning to you. I am Carlos Alberto Navarro. And this is the To The Top Show, where we dance on your pants and we send the Lance. Who is Lance? I don't know. How you doing? I hope you are having a great day. I'm having a wonderful day. I got up on the good side of the ground. That is very important to get up on this side of the ground, because if you don't, well, you're probably dead. You're probably dead. If you don't know who I am, I'm a 17-time martial arts champion. Taekwondo, MMA, Kumbaya. Nope. I am an entertainer, actor, friend, husband, father. And I am here to entertain you for about the next hour or so. And I do it every single Friday. Try to, when I'm not working. Top of the morning to you, Christopher Ratchford. Top of the morning to you, Jamie. Top of the morning to you, Purple Gravy from St. Louis. I want to go to St. Louis. I want to go to St. Louis. I want to go watch a Cardinals game. Are you on vacation? Are you on vacaciones? What's the deal? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Me too. So yes, the show is live Friday now, one time a week. Why is it one time a week? Carlos, we were doing Wednesdays and Fridays before. What happened? Let me tell you what happened. One time a week is about the ability for you guys to pay attention to it. One time a week is the ability to really kick the ass of it. And truly, I have a lot of things happening with my acting, with my studios, with my family. And to give you the best possible product, I really was like, okay, how could I do it? One time a week. So thank you so much for joining us, because it's not easy to watch something these days. You got to have the app. You got to have the codes. You got to be a member. You got to do the diddly wop, the scooter-dee-doo, the beatity bop, all these things. All these things. Like, for example, now watch. I'm about to go pop on to our personal page. So now I save the changes, and now the show's going to Facebook. So let's see who's paying attention in the Facebook world. Christopher, let me tell you what I got going on. Let me tell you what I got going on. Okay? Thank you for asking. Well, first off, with the show, my goal was really to try and do like a full-blown produced show, the To The Top show like this. And I think I did that on several occasions, like where I was like doing way more than one man can and Sam and I can. And I loved it. And then I realized, I was like, oh man, but this is not, my goal is to make a movie. My goal is to entertain, create cool videos, create cool movies, be an actor. And I really needed to refocus on those things and then refocus this show. So I'm so glad you guys know that it is Friday, 8:30. That's when we're really going to be doing the shows. But so last week I did not do a show on Friday. Why? Well, I was shooting a new comedy called The Rent Race in Miami. And it was so great, man. I just loved acting, being on set. It had been a while. Acting had been so slow for years, truly. I mean, for a lot of reasons. You know, my work, luckily, if you look me up, dog, look me up. I've been able to do some pretty cool stuff. So how acting works is like this. If you're a professional actor, you have an agent or a manager. I have an agent. He's out of Atlanta. His name is Tay. What up, Tay? I've had him for years. He's a great guy. I've had several other agents as well. Some have dropped me. Some have stayed on. I've had managers. I've had publicists. I've had all the things that you can think about when you think of you know, being an actor or whatever. So an agent finds you the work. I just shouldn't even say that. They get the work. So a casting director. So like, for example, let's use Hawkeye, for example. Okay. So Hawkeye, Marvel, Disney They're like, we're making this show about a secret, because it was all secret. We're making this show about a secret, a superhero show. We're not going to tell you what it is. It was right after Endgame. And so they put out a casting, and the casting said Anchor Point. And we're looking for a villain. It's for a Marvel show, no indications. And we're looking for comedy actors, tough-looking guys, fit in this mold. And they send out a casting that has this description. And they're looking for, and this one was this one was pretty open. I remember for Hawkeye, it was like, looking for comedic actor. Anyway, my agent then gets that and goes, "Oh, I'm going to submit Carlos for this because he fits this type." So then they submit, they send over my work and they go, "Oh yeah, we like that. Let's have him audition." Okay. So then I got the audition for Hawkeye for the role of Enrique, or I shouldn't even say that. It just was a henchman role. And they gave the side, which a side is a tiny portion of the script. So you never get the full script usually at an audition. Sometimes you do. Randomly, I've gotten them, and it's kind of cool. But so you only get a portion of it. So then from that portion, you then do an audition that I would like record in here or at an audition place. And then you send back to your agent and casting director. And they say, "Here it is." And then the casting director then gets that audition and goes, "Ooh, we like that guy. We like that girl. Let's tell them we want a callback." A callback then means, okay, let's see him again because we really like this person. Honestly, I haven't had a lot of callbacks lately. When you do it, you just get booked, which is, "Oh, you're on the show." With Hawkeye, I got a call from my agent, and I'm telling you all this because then you can kind of understand how it all works. And if you guys are digging this, please give a thumbs up. Please give a like. All right, cool. Thanks. So what am I saying? So then I didn't even get a call back for that. My agent called, said, "You booked Hawkeye and you're going straight to producers." Oh my God. Oh, hell, thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it, man. I love talk. This is really what the channel is going to be about, the behind the scenes of movies, how things work, how I make things work. I'm going to show you here in a second something you guys got to really be careful about with AI that is going crazy unnoticed. So I'm going to share it with you in a second. I'm going to talk about AI. I love hearing about all the behind the scenes. What's up, Monique? How you doing? Good to see you here. Okay, cool. I love talking about it. So that's really what my main, also with YouTube, I had to realize I had to get niche down. I had to stay focused because, as you can tell, I can be a little ADHD. Okay. So I get a call. "Hey, you booked it. You're going straight to producers." So what does that mean? At this point, the producers, ready? And the executive producers, they call the shots. The director does not call the shots when it comes to the whole film, unless the director is like a Scorsese, a Spielberg, not even Lucas at this point. But people think a director has all this power, like when it comes to the production of film. They don't, unless they are literally an executive producer or producer. And there's a reason for that. The movie making side of it, and when I mean movie making, I'm talking about TV shows, short films. It's like a general term. The movie making side of this is very different than the making of the film. Does that make sense? Everything in this side is what's called behind the line. Okay. So behind the line, you got logistics and travel and casting and locations and crafty and all these things that the directors could care less about. All that director cares about is making an amazing film to serve back to the producers, to serve back to you. So, woo! Are you with me? I need a banner up here. Sammy Boy is great dad, and he's taking his kids to school, as he should. Behind the scenes. Oh, shit. I didn't even type any of that. Behind the scenes. Oh, my God. My typing has gotten so bad because now I just tell my assistants to do it. I have 6 assistants here, and I just yell at them, "Do my work," and they do it for me. My assistants are ChatGPT. behind the scenes of auditioning. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about my new audition I got on a show. You guys ever seen the show? Should I say it now? Sweet Magnolias? I don't care. Screw it. Screw it. Is that the worst written title ever? It looks like a 4-year-old wrote it. All right. So, all right. Oh, look, I look even better now. I got a little bit more lighting. This reminds me of the movie Tootsie with Dustin Hoffman. The movie? Oh, the song? Top of the morning to you. Good to see you, PM. Okay, so producers want to see you. That is the best feeling in the world. That is the best. Hey, what's up, man? Eric, it was a lot of fun. I was on Eric's show last night. Go check out Eric. Follow him right now. Great show. Great broadcaster. Shout out to Jordan. Had a lot of fun. Honestly, I could have talked to you guys like about movies and TV shows the whole time, but we did have to bitch. Hey, if you want to hear me bitching about radio, and else, he's an old school radio dude, legendary radio dude on many of the most classic bits you've ever heard about in radio. Top of the morning to you. His agent said no one would hire him. Oh, right, in Tootsie. That's right, Purple Gravy. That's right. Yeah, man. I my stash is there. All right, so good to see you, EME. All right, so you're getting sent to producers. In my head right now for this role that I just auditioned for this show called Sweet Magnolias, I don't care. I don't care. I never talk about my auditions, and guess what? I haven't been booking them lately, so I'm gonna start talking about it because I've reshifted my mindset to be an actor again. I had canceled it, guys, and I'll tell you more about that in a second. So, when you hear the words "you're being sent to producers," you're like, yes. Yeah. Now, there is the chance that the producer looks at you and goes, nah, he looks too much like the lead. Nah, he looks too much like my cousin who owes me money. And I don't like that. Nah, he's bald and the supporting guy is bald. Two bald dudes on. It can be that, not petty, but almost like ridiculous. It's not here's the thing, guys. Like right now, I'm sitting, I'll talk about it. Why not? This is the behind the scenes, okay? I had a big audition over the weekend. Huge audition. And this isn't all the auditions I get now. I used to just sit back and wait for my big auditions from my agent. Long story short, I booked Hawkeye. It was a whole process. It's a process to get hired, okay? So for the past couple years, I really have just been so defeated with acting because there was no work. What do I mean by work? In my world, okay, when I first started acting, I literally, I started with the camera making little movies myself, and I put myself in the movies. And then I took my acting class, and then I became an extra. And then I did everything you could possibly think of in the timeline to become an actor. Extras, this is it, and loved every second of it. I loved every second of it. From being a background in the Monday Night Football with Hank Williams Jr., like, to being on the biggest set in the world on The Walking Dead. I was on the biggest set in the world. People were waiting for the next season of The Walking Dead. Hundreds of millions of views. My ass was on that set, and I was in that episode. So if you can't love acting when you are a nobody or when you're being treated really, really well on one of the biggest sets in the world, then this ain't for you. And I found myself asking that question at this stage of my career of acting, where I've done, there's so much more I want to do. But in an actor's life, if you can sit down and go, oh, yeah, check me out in these things, I'm very happy. But there's a lot of things I really want to do. And in my mind, I'd kind of shut that down. I had shut it down. I had literally put it into existence. And we do that all the time, man. We just shut things down in our mind because, A, we're scared, we're nervous, we're were worried, and the industry was shutting down around me. So let me shut down. But I ultimately asked myself, I love to entertain. I love to act. I do it literally for free on this show and other places. I'm not putting in my best effort. I'm not out there doing what I'm doing with the studios. I'm not out there doing what I'm doing with this show where I'm putting in a lot of work. I'm not doing with acting what I've been doing with my family where I'm constantly thinking about them. I'm not doing with acting what I'm doing with my home. I'm constantly working on it, making it better. I'm not doing with my acting career what I'm doing with myself. I try to better myself. I'm hell no, I ain't perfect. This bicep is just a little bit smaller than that one. So that ain't perfect. My wife tells me all the time, honey, you're almost perfect. I got to tell her so many times, stop calling me perfect, Megan. My point is this. I wasn't putting in the work. And if you're not putting in the work, then why do you expect to gain anything from it? I can't be the person. I'm literally a coach, and I love being a coach. This could be the last year that I coach. Behind the scenes of my acting. People ask me about this more than anything. Yeah, at this point, yeah, probably more than anything. Is that even how you spell career? C-A-R-E-E-R. Yeah, I think so. Looks wrong. So I had put in no work in my acting over the past years. No acting classes. No sending out auditions. I was just sitting back like I know the industry's eating S right now and it's dying. So what do I need to do? Well, I did do something. I'd call it petty and ridiculous. Platypus muerte. I love that. Christopher, give me $10, bro. Thank you. Dude, every dollar counts. If it wasn't for awesome people like you who become members to the channel, and if you become a member to this channel, I'm telling you, we're going to have such moments like this. I'm going to be bringing you into my editing suite. I'm going to be bringing you to set. I'm going to be bringing you, like, this is the goal of this channel, to kind of really show what the world of acting and entertainment and my life. And I've done some crazy fun stuff. So thank you, Christopher, because of this show and because of my studios where I'm working with 16 different small businesses, brands, and companies and people producing amazing short films and commercials. It's going really well, guys. It's going really, really well for a company that isn't my company. To the Top Studios has not really even been around for a year. It's going really, really well. It's not because of the views of this YouTube channel. That's not what my main goal is. Ultimately, yeah, that'd be nice. My main goal is to get members on this channel. My main goal is to grow a really cool group of people. I don't need to have 1 million people. But man, if I got 1,100 members, 200 members on this channel where we're talking about movies and acting and life, and like, that's going to keep me going. So Christopher, thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you. So I had given up on acting, kind of. I will talk about this here too, because I have a very strong opinion on this. So please remind me, because I will forget. Thank you, Christopher. People come up to me, hey, you still acting? And I tell you, it was a weird thing. Because when you're like, when you're like, not guilty, like I'm not guilty of anything. I just was feeling insecure about not acting because I wasn't acting. And I still, so there's no auditions. When I mean there was no auditions, guys, during 2020 and 2021, when I booked several things, I was auditioning probably 4 or 5 times a week. TV shows, movies. Acting and auditioning is a numbers game. I don't care how talented you are. If you get 1 audition a month, good luck, because guess what? Your type, bald, good looking, hung like a horse, athletic, 8 abs, not 6, 8 abs. Mustache, Roman nose, not too big, not too small. This is my type. Every other dude that fits that category is now going for that audition in the Southeast. So it's not just like, you know, the idiots that you audition with that your friends and stuff like that. What's up, James John? Top of the morning to you. LDG Free the Net. Good to see. It's so nice to see all you here. 8:30, that's what we're doing it live every Friday, okay? Around 8:30, but it's every Friday. So, who's with me so far? I know I'm talking about auditions because we're going to get to this audition that I just did for this Netflix show that I probably didn't book. But whatever, man. Whatever, man. I did my best. I need coffee. Where's my damn wife? Why can't I live in the 50s? Why can't I live in the 50s? 50s was a better time. I could tell my wife, honey, bring me some damn coffee. All right, so this year, you want to know how many auditions I've gotten in the year of 2025? Professional acting auditions. This is a big deal, guys. Do you want to know how many auditions in 2025? Okay, you want to know how many? Let's see here. Zero! And it's not the Taylor Swift heart. It's not the Jay-Z diamond, no, or the MW or whatever the hell it was. It's 0. Yeah. I've seen your abs. You have 10 abs. You beat my 8. You would never audition for my stuff. You're too ripped. I didn't have 10 auditions. I didn't even have 9. I wish that I got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. No, I got a big old goose egg. And it's not just me. This was the entire industry. Demolished. Why? They all got too greedy. Paramount, Disney, everybody wanted that sweet streaming money. So they built Disney Plus, and they built Paramount Plus, and they built a Peacock. And even Amazon said, screw it, we'll do it too. And everybody and their mama, guess what? Decided to do a streaming business. Then they put all of their high quality content on it. And they realized streaming doesn't make any money. And they shut off the valve. That's what happened. So in the midst of 2020, everything was getting produced. Remember, it was COVID. We had, is that a hit, Christopher? I didn't know that was a hit. Hell yeah. I'm not blaming. I mean, I should blame people for this. The studio heads, right? They should have known better. Movies are made with money. You ain't got no money, you ain't making no movie. Movies are expensive. So okay, I just did a little bleep there. I think it was the studios getting a hold of me. They're seeing my things. So this is what happened. And I benefited from it. I booked Hawkeye. I booked Outsider. They had money. The interest rates were so low because here's how movies get made and TV shows. Hey, guess what, guys? You trying to take me down? You trying to take me down? I'm telling the secrets of the industry, Eric. And yes, it's them trying. Obviously, we know who runs it. And I've been talking a lot about how we need to shut that shit down. B-Lip in the house. This man knows the truth. Can I watch it? I like to watch men similar in my build and type make sweet love. Hey, call me what you will. I'm just transmitting my body there because it's easier to do. Come on, we all do it, right? Right? Now, that one's interesting. I'm not going to really talk about that because then I'm really not getting a gig. I have maybe one day. This honestly, you guys listen to me enough, right? How many Jeremy Renner stories have I told? I am Nosferatu. See, I want to play a role like that where like I show up in a scene, in some Bloomhouse scene, and I'm like this. I am your new neighbor. Like that's what I'm looking for. Is that what every actor strives for? To be a Nosferatu mutant? My point is this. Since, okay, if I start talking about the ins and outs again, it's definitely big media. Because I cracked the code. Eric, on Eric's show last night, shout out to Eric again. My man Eric and Jamie, good to see you in here. I haven't been boxing in the morning when you go, but I need to go soon again. I went yesterday, actually. Where's my man Eric? Eric? Oh my God, it's Rachel! Rachel, you're about to hear about the audition that I just did. Okay. I wish I could yell at my wife to bring me coffee. It'd be great. She can't hear me. She's doing her own thing. She is doing her own thing. All right. This is too scary. I'm getting scared. I'm so scared right now. So effing scared right now. All right. So, auditioning. So, 2020. It's sad. I want to be sad again. I was getting a lot of auditions. Every actor was. We were high on the hog. We were pigs at the slaughter. We were Magnolia. Get over here, my baby. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. A brand new. Oh, I got some sad music playing here, baby, but you need some fun music. My baby girl. Ladies and gentlemen, Magnolia Hope in the house. I love you. How are you?
Good.
Did somebody get to meet the teacher yesterday?
Yeah.
How did it go?
Good.
I just want to tell you, I'm very proud of you. I know you were nervous for being, for going to, I got to change a little music here. I don't want to. So I know you were nervous about meeting the teacher. And what do I tell you about nervous? Nervous and excitement, same thing, right?
I don't know.
It's kind of the same thing. You know, if you just kind of like every time I get nervous, and I get nervous too. I got nervous when I was on the movie set the other day. I hadn't acted in a long time and on set, and there's a lot of pressure when you get to set. So I could feel my nerves. And when I get nervous, you know what happens to Daddy?
What?
I sweat like a pig. Yeah, the sweat starts coming out from my armpits like crazy. And so then I realized, oh, you know what? I'm just really excited to be here. So I start telling myself, I'm excited. And then what happens? Then I'm not nervous anymore. Does that make sense?
No.
I love you. Give me a kiss. All right. Bring me some. Can you tell mommy? Can you do some? Can you tell some? Can you say to the top, never stop? Oh, come here. Hold on. She says it so well. All right, here we go.
To the top, never stop.
Oh yeah, that's my baby, hon. And here we go. Pizza. Thank you, baby. Tell mommy to bring Daddy a coffee. He's working really hard. Can you say it like this? Daddy's working really hard. Okay. And he needs a coffee. And it's really rude that you haven't brought it to him. Can you tell her that? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. All right, back to the show. Tell mom I need a exactly. That's literally. I know I was teasing you. I know. I'm sorry. Yes, Rachel. Okay, so tell mom I need coffee. Okay, cool. All right, so. Huh? You going to get your nails done?
Yeah, she's changing.
Okay, tell her when she's done changing and getting ready for her fancy nails, Daddy needs a cup of Joe. Show's real hot right now. We're breaking the intro. Oh, don't spill it. Don't spill it. All right, shut that door, baby. It does smell good. Julie, how you doing, Julie? I love your Jaws poster. I know you were checking out the when I was at Universal. Oh, we're gonna talk about Universal too. All right. So, long story short of auditions is they're based upon money. Productions are based upon money. No money, no show. They borrow money. Fantastic big movies, an interest rate that they pay, but those are few and far between because of the amount of capital. Things were getting done in 2021. And then 22, they noticed, oh, damn, we're not making any money from streaming other than the subscriptions. But they realized quickly, and this is something I realized too. And I can explain anything with two hands. Life, mystery, universe, love. Now I'm going to explain to you the subscription pie of streamers. It's like this. There's 100% of the subscription pie, right? Make sense? and this subscription pie started like this. And Netflix came, and when Netflix was here, they got the whole deal because guess what? Nobody else is streaming. Netflix, ready? Is really the only true successful streaming juggernaut. It's Netflix and YouTube. And YouTube is above everybody. YouTube is truly one of the most successful. Then there's Tubi is also successful. But Disney Plus and Prime and all these, they thought these were going to be what took them over the edge. But no, so that subscription pie started with Netflix and they had it all, right? And then about 2020, I think in July, that's when Disney Plus came into play. And they came on the scene with Mandalorian and they took up, oh man, it was great. We got everything at our fingertips. And so the studios were like, listen, we got to make so many more projects. We got to get WandaVision. We got to get Hawkeye. We got to get She-Hulk. We got to get Guardians 3. There was a plethora of projects that came from Disney and also from other studios. Man, so it must have been really bad for a bit, huh? The connection issues. Thank you guys for sticking with me because I didn't see it on mine. Show Then interest rates started going back up. Then we went through inflation. Oh my gosh. You put the sugar in? Come here. I love you. Thank you, baby. Did you make this? Did mommy pour it? You poured this? How did you pour this? She shouldn't be able to pour it. All right. All right. So thank you, baby. I love you. Shut the door, please. It's good.
I put a lot of sugar.
You put a lot of sugar in? Good. Good. All right. Damn. So the channel is cutting in and out the whole time? I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know why it would be cutting in and out. So, all righty. I think actually it might be issues with the internet around town. Doesn't matter, though. Are we here? Can I get some comments right now, one in a row, that I know that we're free and clear and that I can continue talking about this new audition that I have, and I'm going to talk about Universal, and I'm going to show you something crazy that is prevalent on Facebook. You got to be careful with it. Are not in the house. That would have been great. And she honestly is like a little prankster. She's so much like me. She's so much like me. I wish I still talked to my dad, or that my mom was alive, or that anybody that I knew growing up I still talked to. Because I would be like, hey, is that how I was? Thank you, James John. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate it, man. It's just weird. You know, when I see comments, I just jump on them, and that's kind of what hinders me from going through a straight thing. But truly, I'm here for you guys. I'm here for you guys. The lives are this, the connection that we have and the stories. It's not supposed to be like some full-blown video, perfect video like I was trying to do before. That's what I realized. Awesome, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys showing up here, man. It's very cool. You guys could be doing a million things, so I really appreciate it. There's people really appreciate it. So during that time in my career, since there were no auditions and I was already speaking, I was all right, well, let me speak more and let me start focusing on making a film and doing something for myself. And I had an LA agent, an Atlanta agent, a Florida agent, no work. No work. And so in my head, I was just like, you know what? Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Julie. I guess maybe this part of my career may be done a little bit. I didn't put it fully out of contention. I never said I'm done with acting. But it's really weird when you talk to your agent, like, man, there's just nothing coming in, Carlos. And I speak with my other friends. There's nothing. And that's still how it is. That hasn't gotten any better. The people that make movies and stuff, like, they don't have, this is the 1970s. If you look back in the 1970s in filmmaking and in the entertainment industry, the studios buckled. But in the 1970s is when we got arguably some of the greatest films ever. I think we're living in that time right now with technology and production. So leads me back to Saturday. I am so grateful for Mark Samuels. He is an amazing guy, a man I met 2 years ago, and he had me on one of his shows. He was a producer, and he was making movies. His movies are on Peacock. His movies are on, and I said, like, dude. So shout out to Mark. I hope somehow this gets back to him. And we stay close. We happen to have the same birthday, so we're very like real cool dude. And we always vibed out. And he was making movies, and he sent me one time, and he's like, hey man, if you're in Miami, you know, I'd like to have you for this part. And it just didn't work out. And he kept me on point. And then, man, I got enough. And then he sent me like 3 weeks ago. He's like, Carlos, I got a part for you. Can you? And it's a comedy, and it's going to be for Peacock. Oh, I shouldn't say that right now, but and I was like, and I read the part, and it was great. It's a comedy. I'm a comedian at heart, and I love to make people laugh. But they don't make comedies anymore. Happy Gilmore 2 is a good thing, even though I guess I didn't see it, but a lot of people said it was kind of garbage. But comedies need to come back, guys. Come on, we need comedies in our world. The world's too tough of a place not to have comedy. So Mark wrote this really funny, like a Friday in Miami, called Rent Race. And man, we shot. So anyway, I was supposed to shoot there on Tuesday of last week. It's in Miami. And so when I got it, I was like, you know what? This is and most films that are being shot now are independent films, because a studio-backed film is a SAG, a union film, has to come with many more requirements, not just safety or whatever, but like literal requirements in order to make that film under those recommendations or whatever. So most people today are making non-union films and making big ones and then selling them and getting into the so that's how a lot of movies are being made. That's very different. That's 1970s. That's what Mark is doing. And so when he hit me up and I was like, dude, this is great. I want to be back out there. I want to be. And it's just like anything else. If you want to be doing something, you got to be living and breathing it. When I was booking a lot of acting, I was in my acting classes. I was doing this. And so you're living and breathing it and talking about it and putting it out there. Myron, top of the morning to you. Well, that has not been happening in my world. So I had to do what in my world, I'm talking about the studios and the partners, and I'm talking about production. I'm talking about and truly, I'm not really focusing on professional speaking anymore, because I really focused on that and I got a lot of success out of it. But it's a full-time job too. Like you need an agent and a man and all. That's a full-time job, and that's what and I couldn't. Literally with time, literally with what I wanted to do. It's like, do I want to continue to speak? Sure, I will still speak. I love speaking, and I have a presentation that you can turn it on and show in 2 seconds. But ultimately, I want to make my movie. I want to have an awesome show like this where I talk to you every week. I want to make movies and act in them. And speaking is not going to help me get there. So I have to make tough decisions. You can't do everything. There's a great book called Grit. Read the book called Grit. It talks about write the 100 things that you love in your life and then eliminate 98 of them and focus on the first 2. It's that's the Warren Buffett method too. Warren Buffett is not, obviously he's really old, so he's not going to be doing TikTok dances, but so what is my point on this? Your mind sends out signals, okay? How do I know that? Well, it's science, baby. You ever heard of something called oxytocin? When you get with somebody else and those chemicals connect and form together, and it's this great feeling, woo, togetherness. It's beautiful. Well, it really works like that in so many other ways. Whatever you want in your life, if you're not thinking about it, actively doing something about it, putting out those thoughts to the world, then they're not going to land. I would get an audition, but I wouldn't put my heart in it. I wouldn't do what I used to do, stay up all night reading every little word, trying to figure this out. No, I just kind of took it like, all right, I got my audition. Okay, I can do this. And I put it in, and then I expected to get so much more out of it. Well, screw that. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm going old school. I take every audition like it's my first audition. Like Biggie said, treat every day like it's your first. And the second I did that, I realized, oh my God, I could be literally. That's great. Hey, what's up, ATH? Good to see you in here, man. I thought at first you were contradicting my oxytocin. I was like, listen, buddy, I've been doing a presentation talking about this, but then I read it again. That's really funny. You Canadians are funny. So it's funny how it works. The second I said, you know what, man, I asked myself the question, Carlos, if you could, I can't act for free now. Like I can't go take a gig for 5 days and go act and be the lead on a film and not get paid. That's never going to work. I ain't doing it. If I didn't have anybody, if I didn't have my family, if I didn't have bills, yeah, sure. I've done it, But that's not what the position I'm in. I'm in the great position that I can go work and make money on films that you may never see, on shows that may show up in Germany, on short films that have budgets. That world is now open to me. Is it on par with a Disney or a Universal or no, but I still have those going too. So I realized it really hit me. I was like, F that. I'm putting it out there again. And shocker. Well, I go, first off, I take the Brightline. How many of y'all have taken the Brightline before? Leave a comment. I love the Brightline. If anybody you know, the Brightline is a train that goes down the coast of Florida, not the coast, but down Florida, just to Miami from Orlando. It is the ultimate in travel. I'm telling you right now, I do not like flying. I think we're little pigs on flights. It used to be cool. Used to be cool, man. Used to be cool flying. You get to smoke your cigarette. You had your hat. You had your suitcase. The kids would shut up. Christopher, I'm telling you right now, BTS of the Brightline. Oh, my God. I just need to talk about this forever because let me tell you, I love the Brightline. All right, guys. So let me find the Brightline. Who has written it? Oh, Brightline expansion is happening? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am so excited. I have not seen this news. I'm a train guy now, guys. I love trains. I want to take the train everywhere around the world. I want the trains to go everywhere around the world. Did his audio die before leaving? What the hell? Oh. It's like I didn't. All right, so check this out. Add to stage. Boom. Oh my gosh, guys. It is the nicest way to travel. Why? When you're on a plane. Let's watch this. Shut the hell up, Carlos. Just shut the hell up, Carlos, for 5 seconds and watch the damn Brightline.
Leveled up. Brightline, the sleek train that's already connecting Miami and Orlando, is now pushing west toward Tampa. Say goodbye to I-4 gridlock and hello to faster, smoother journeys across the Sunshine State. In this episode of On the Trains, we break down what's happening now, when Tampa could finally be on the route, and what this expansion means for Floridians, visitors, and the future of transportation in Florida. Let's dive in. Brightline gains momentum. Brightline, the privately operated high-speed rail service, launched in January 2018 with a bold vision to...
Wait a second. This has been around since 2018? I guess this isn't new. Dude, I'm telling you right now. That is so weird. Why is it knocking me out when I do that? All right, let's go back to this. It does need to go to Disney. Why is it totally taking me out when I do that? That's weird. Man, StreamYard, get your ass together. Ugh, don't pay all this money for you to mess up my stuff. Let's learn more about... Guys, it's the only way to travel. It's the only way to travel. Well, I shouldn't say that because it's literally not, but... Hey, Rachel. That's messing up big time. Big time. I don't know why it's doing that. So, I hate driving to Miami. I hate driving to Georgia. I don't like driving, period. One day I'll have a driver named Benson, and he will drive me, and we'll be best friends. He'll get me into misadventures. Okay, Christopher, is that right? Why is this doing this? Oh, there's an error there. Okay. I don't mean to be crunching with you guys, but we're friends here, you know? Okay. I had to get there. So this was the really cool part. Right? Is that not a good name for a driver? Man, that is really weird how it keeps doing that. Oh, well. Let's keep watching this.
Transform how Floridians travel between cities. Offering a modern, efficient alternative to congested highways, the service quickly began reshaping Florida's transportation landscape. The rail line began operations between Fort Lauderdale and West Palm Beach, expanding to Miami by May 2018. By the
So that's what I did. My shoot was in Miami. Normally, and in a shoot, you have to be there at 6 a.m. Most shoots, you got to be there at 6 a.m. They got you for the full day. You don't leave the set. You get fed there. That's how acting works. They don't want you going anywhere. You go to your trailer. The production only cares about you being there. They don't care how you act. They don't care what you look like. They're going to just show up. What time you got to be there? 6 a.m. Show up. You're going to be there all day. You'll leave when we tell you to. That's how acting works. So for me, normally, obviously, this is an independent film. They have a budget, but they don't have a traditional SAG budget of paying, that if I drove to Miami and drove back, it would cover me and then some, and then you're going to get residuals if it goes to a SAG platform or whatever. So they pay you what is called a day rate. Okay, so my day rate for independent films is a certain amount. And for different people, I say, hey, I will do this acting job for this amount, free and clear, and then you can use it. So they gave me the day rate, and I was like, okay, 1 day shooting, and they're going to pay for my travel and food. And they said, well, how do you want to get here? I said, well, let me do the Bright Line. So I took the Bright Line from Orlando at 5 in the morning. Now, you got to get there a little bit early because you can't park unless you have some sort of E-Pass plus. You cannot park in the front. I found that out. That's how I missed my first train. They have trains every hour almost. Thank you, Purple Gravy. And I hate that you can't see me when this goes out. This is an error on the system in the interface. If there's one thing I got, it's a little bit of passion. A little bit of passion in my life. All right. So I take the train at 6 in the morning. Yo, this isn't a New York BS train. This is how you travel. I have my bag. You get to the terminal. It's at the airport. It's beautiful. You want to drink. You want some food. You want to relax. Jump on the Wi-Fi. It's free. They get a look. You will be boarding your train in 5 minutes. Oh, it's right there. There's only 2 terminals. Very easy. Nobody's rushed. Nobody. Get to is this section 1? Where are we at? None of that. None of that. None of that, guys. You know what you feel like, honestly? It's more like this, though. Where's my... This is... Welcome to the Bright Line. Don't worry. When you get on, you will see. There are 6 cabin train caboose thingies. I don't know the terminology yet. I'm becoming a train guy. You pick it on your phone on the app. Where do you want to sit? Oh, you want to sit wherever you... Don't worry. Sit wherever you want. You want to sit at a table, you walk in. You want to pull out the old laptop, start gaming? Go for it. Put it at a table. You want to just sleep? It's not crowded. You have to fight to put your bags up top? No, no, no. You want some food? Just scan this little thing. Boop. They'll send it to you. There's stops along the way. I had to go to Miami. I left at 8. I got there like at 10:30. Okay, maybe I left a little earlier. I relaxed. And I Good morning, Liddy. I hope to take this Brightline around the world. I'm never driving to Miami again. Ever. Ever. It's one of the worst drives ever. Except going to Panama City, maybe. That's worse. You talk about a drive that there's nothing but road that looks exactly the same, and then every now and then you pass a trash mountain. That's driving to Miami. Horrible. Brightline, baby, $100. $100, and I'm there, and I'm back. So I shoot all day. Dude, Liddy, I got this thing called thyroid eye disease, and one of the things is, Graves' disease, one of the things is you can fall asleep driving on the road. Because it's, I don't know why. Anyway, that hasn't happened in a while, but. So I shoot all day. Funny comedy, improv, working with these great comedians. I'm doing my whole Inspector Gonzalez bit. This is my Inspector Gonzalez voice. And loved it. It reignited my passion for acting. I'm on the set. I got cameras going. The blood's flowing. It's nerve-wracking, bro. You get on set. You ain't been on set in a second. They're like, all right, here we go, everybody. I gotta remember my lines. I can't go to the comments, guys. Hold on, maybe I can turn this on. Here we go. Let's see. Write some comments, and then it'll show up here on the side. If you got my thingy going here. There it is. Sweet. Then I can see it there. Awesome. You guys rock. All right. So I do my thing. Mark is the man. Shout out to Mark. And I love leaving sets because puta madre. Hey guys, can you still hear me? My camera died. I don't know why. Stay with me, guys, because guess what? I'm setting up another camera. Hold on. So you gotta have a backup camera. Jealous bitches. I know you can hear me. Let's see if this camera pops up. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh, is it working? Come on, work. Ah! What's that? Weird, right? You go from one beautiful camera to now a shitty webcam. Boom. We good. You make it happen, folks. You make it happen. All right, actually, do this. Watch this. Whoa! Watch this. Do this. Boom. Hey, what does the top of my head look like? I was kind of wondering that. Hold on a second. You know, you never really get to see this. Here, walk with me. Walk with me, will you? I'm painting the wall. Okay. So here's something new. Ready? Had to repaint my wall. Why? The color of the wall before. The color of the wall, oh, that's the other side, was like a white. And I hadn't booked shit with it. So I literally took the time to paint a new wall. And I got to tell you, I looked at the audition and it looks so much better. If you're wondering what's over here, check it out. Who's that? Who's that kid? Is that my grandma? Is that Scarface? Is that Hamilton? I got little reminders of my life all around me, man. You got to remind yourself of the shit you've been through. This is a real behind, right? Oh, let's see here. Ooh, that's kind of cool looking. Oh my gosh, kind of cool. Whoa. Different vibe. Different vibe for sure. But, you know, we make it work, right? So I can finish out my story. And look, it's not, there's something going on with StreamYard. Not bad for a camera dying only a couple times in the one. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, yeah, you gotta make it work. This is how it goes, though. Yes, I am using AOL CDs. No, I think it's actually StreamYard. They are working on it a lot usually. So actually, that looks better. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, cool. So let's go back to Brightline because I'm actually really wondering about this. So then I get back on the train at I get back on the train at 9 o'clock at night. This was on Thursday. That's why I didn't do the show on Friday. And I got back home like at 12:30. And I love it, guys. I really, 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 really. Oh, now I can hear myself. Let's go back to this. Surprised you didn't have wired camera. My camera is it's hardwired in. It just overheats. Sometimes the studio gets super hot. It's
End of that year, nearly 600,000 passengers had already boarded Brightline trains. In 2019, the company hit a significant milestone, its 1 millionth rider, underscoring the growing demand for fast, reliable rail service in the state. Expansion continued steadily. In 2022, Brightline opened new stations in Aventura and Boca Raton,
that's where I went.
enhancing access across Southeast Florida. Then, on September 22, 2023, the service launched its most ambitious extension yet, connecting Orlando to South Florida for the first time in over a century with modern passenger rail. Brightline's momentum carried into 2025.
That is such a big deal. When I was on that Brightline, I noticed all the workers that were working at the airport, at the parks, at the different places. And then they would take their train and they would go about 2 hours and they'd be in Boca Raton. They'd be in Fort Lauderdale. They would be in Miami working that day. And you could literally, I saw real estate agents. I saw different people. You get on there. You could be living in Miami and work in Orlando and be back that day. It really is. There's a lot of things we get wrong with travel, logistics. You know, people say suburbia itself is logistically inherently not built well. We got this right. This is how people should travel. This is how mass transit should be. I'm telling you, this should be connected as easily to every major state, major city in the world. If we could figure this out, and now I know this is like privately funded, but if we could figure this out, man, my gosh, would that be great? You know? What's up, Jay? Good to see you, Jay. Let's keep watching this.
June, the service recorded more than 254,000 riders, reflecting a 14% increase compared to the same month the previous year. Long-distance routes, especially between Orlando and Miami, surged with an 18% rise, hitting over 164,000 riders. Shorter routes, like Miami to Fort Lauderdale, also saw gains, with a 7% increase in passengers. More notable than growth alone is rider loyalty. In June, 56% of long-distance passengers were repeat travelers.
By the way, guys, this voice is an AI voice. This entire script is an AI script. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I'm about to show you here also in another second how AI foolery is everywhere. And you have to be careful. I consider myself an expert at AI, video, and photo. I'm getting fooled all the time now.
travelers, showing that Brightline is becoming more than a novelty. It's becoming a preferred travel option. To support this growth, Brightline has expanded capacity. On June 9th, the company added 5 new passenger coaches and reinstated its full long-distance schedule. Trains are now operating with 6 cars again,
6,
helping
that's what it
reduce
was.
overcrowding and accommodate.
No overcrowding. You know, when you get on a plane, you're like this. Yo, I was on like this the whole time. I'm telling you, I'm going to work with Brightline. There's not I get excited about stuff. I want Brightline to be everywhere. Everywhere, you know, big selfishly. So after I acted in that film, I got home and God, the universe will repay you. I truly believe that. And I get home, boom, audition for a show called Sweet Magnolia. I know, my daughter's name is Magnolia. It's a Netflix show. And I don't talk a lot about auditions because you usually don't get the auditions that you talk about. But you guys are my fam here. And it's for an unbelievable part on this show. It's a great show. Now, I happen to know one of the actors on the show. And he's a great kid. Real great. He's a heartthrob on the show. And I met him when I was went to his acting class when he was a kid, when he was like literally 12 years old. His name is Logan Allen. He's a great guy. He's on Stranger Things and a bunch of shows. And he's on the show. So I hit him up and I'm like, dude, put in a good word. And he's super excited. We did the audition together. So when I did the audition, and it's for this unbelievable part, it would be a regular. It's those parts where you're like, those game changer parts where you're like, you booked this one. Oh, we're good for a little bit. And I think I got rewarded because I just changed my mindset. And now I'm like hungry for independent roles. I'm hungry for anything that will get me back using my acting muscles again. Because when I got to set, I realized, oh, damn, I hadn't acted in a while in front of camera like this. And it's nerve-wracking. And saying that for me, who I don't get nervous. But when you're there and there's people waiting for you to perform and you got to have your shit together. So I want to do it with so many films that, and these films, to get back to the Brightline, why it's a big deal for me. So before, if I had to drive for 3, 4, 5, 6, I hate driving. I don't even like flying that much. So I wouldn't do it because the time, but a train taking me there, I can work, I can study my script, I can sleep a little bit, I can make content, I can do stuff on the way there. And so now the film, so now I went back to my acting agent, and there is a thing called Actors Access, and that's what all the actors use. It's kind of like the platform on how you get auditions. And there's a bunch of other auditions there that maybe aren't your top A auditions, but some are. But they just don't go through your agent. It's a weird process. But basically, before there wasn't that many great things. And now I went back to it with an open mind. I said, you know what? I just want to act. I want to get paid. I want to act. I want to do my thing. And I want to get more roles. I don't care if it's short film. I don't care if it's, I just want to be ready to go for when I do even have the biggest role where I have to be. Because it's like playing a sport. You can't think you're going to get better if you're not playing the sport. You're not training. You're not going to get better at anything if you're not doing those things. And if I'm not acting, of course I can do it here and stuff like that. But the real deal where you're sitting on set, where you need to know your lines, it's just different. So I said, fuck it. So I went and I put in that search around the country. And oh my God, guys, there's so many auditions out there. There's so many auditions for short films, for feature films, for this. And I'm like, and that wasn't really there before. But like I told you, because the studios have been demolished, people are making their own things, that now they're getting bought by the bigger ones because they're not putting out the money. Does that make sense? So, man, I busted my ass for the audition, did the best I possibly could. I put it all out there. Now I wait back and see. That's the bitch about an audition. You go, you do your thing. You never hear back unless you hear back. They don't even say good job. They don't say you did awesome. You just get it. You usually hear about it after the audition deadline and that is already passed. But you never know. Either way, I did my best. And I'm going to continue to do my best. And I have some great auditions coming up, and I just have a lot of really cool things coming up, guys. So I'm very excited about that. And if the Brightline continues to expand, to end my point here, I will have the ability to get to places like Oklahoma, Kentucky, Georgia, these places, and not have to drive and come back and be with my family or stay for one night. And it's just, it would be a game changer. And I really think that's going to happen. And your support, and every single one of you watching right now, my shows are on Friday, live every Friday. I will be putting out stuff throughout the week, behind the scenes stuff, acting stuff, comedy stuff, characters, just kind of my world. And so I appreciate you guys becoming members. I appreciate you guys supporting me. It means the world. I think about you guys now, especially every Friday. I'm gonna be like, "Ooh, I can't wait to hang out with you guys." And I appreciate all the nice comments you guys are saying. I can't put them up because there's something wrong with the interface of this, but I just want to let you guys know I really appreciate you guys. Please check out my website. I am carlosnavarro.com. Please become a member, subscribe, like, do all that stuff. Do all the things you do. But I want you to know that truly I'm in a good place now. And it's because of you guys. It's because of family. Things are popping. I'm going to continue to pray. I'm going to continue to work hard. I want you to continue to work hard. I want you to continue to stay focused and go after the things that you know are within you. All right? And guess what, folks? I do know one thing. Today will be a great day. To the top, never stop. Thank you guys for coming by. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.